and today we're going to do a little bit of a thrift store makeover. So I say thrift store because I was very close to donating this because I figured maybe somebody could get some use out of it, but I really do love the color, I love the design. It was just old and dirty and falling apart, and you know what, I was thinking and I said, I wanted to do a thrift store makeover anyway, so why not just save some money and do something that I already own. So as you can see, the inside is absolutely disgusting. I've been working for a little, oh hey. I've been working for a little bit of time to kind of clean some of it, or at least get started on the cleaning. It's been better, but it's still not great. At one point I used this to hold stage makeup for when I was in theater, so I had written that on the front with like, I think a Sharpie for some reason, so I was trying to get that off, and I kind of left the back, and I'm going to show you guys how I did a lot of this cleaning. I also, the back, like, I don't even know what to call this, hinge, that's the word, was actually detached from the box, so this half of the box would actually come like all the way out. So last night I put some E6000 on it, stuck it back into the top of the box, and re-laid down this like kind of faux leather vibe that's got going on here. So I was thinking about what I could use it for and kind of what I would use it for, and I have a very small collection of nail things that I actually use to do my nails when I choose to do them. So I've decided to use this just to hold my small amounts of nail supplies, and yeah, so let's see what I can do to it. As mentioned, I already kind of started this cleaning process because I wanted to see if it was really anything that I could save, or if I did donate it, at least I wanted to get my writing off the top. But all I've done is just taken some cotton pads along with some nail polish remover, or if you have isopropyl alcohol, that should work too. And I'm just going over the top and kind of buffing out any of the dirt. And as you can see, it is still accumulating quite a bit, and mind you, I've used so many cotton pads on this. I'm actually really regretting not using just something more basic like an old wash rag or something, because this is getting far less than sustainable. But just kind of go over and get off any of the dust and grime and gross stuff, and I'm definitely just going to be refelting the inside because that seems like it would be the easiest choice. Now that it's about as clean as I can get it, I'm going to do something about this like inner felt bit. And I mean, I'm sure I could get it out. It is kind of peeling from the bottom. Ugh. Ah, yeah, well, it did come up, sort of. So it looks like the box is actually plastic under here, which I guess is fine. I wonder if I can just peel some of this off. Yep. Man, if I knew I was going to do this, I probably wouldn't have done all that work trying to peel the back off last night. Alright. Just taking out all the dirty stuff. This paper on the back that I would very much like to get rid of. So I'm gonna try to get rid of this and come back in a second. You can actually totally tell that there's definitely something missing over here. It looks like there's supposed to be some sort of bar to keep the thing from coming out, but it's working fine for me. I actually have some felt. I haven't totally decided which color I want to go for because I'm kind of debating between if I want to do white or if I want to go for gray, and I'm kind of leaning towards gray actually. I don't know why, there's just something about something that's not bright white, plus I feel like it probably won't get as dirty as quickly. That's not to say it won't get dirty ever, but basically I'm just gonna cut this out and line where that old felt was, just kind of tuck it in there and whatnot, and just make this new base. So I am gonna cut this out and try to fit it in there. I'm actually using what I peeled off the bottom, and I'm going to use that to kind of cut up the edges and get a rough size estimate. And then I'll cut it off once it hits the mirror. So now that I kind of have... Ooh, it's crooked, crap. Okay, let's give this a shot. I'm not very good at cutting straight lines. I always liked the idea of having those like laser scissors that have lasers coming out of it so you can cut straight, but I know I would find some way to mess that up, honestly. So then you fold that up, and I want it to stop about there. So I'll just make a little nick in the side here so I know, and cut across. It fits pretty great, no complaints here. So I'm gonna add some glue to the top part, to the side here, not here where the actual mechanism is to open and close, and then at the bottom, just so that it is, you know, stuck in there good. So I will come back right after I do that. And now, because it's me we're talking about, flowers, yay! I needed something to cover up some of these last few markings on the top that I really hate, and I thought about painting over it, but with the design on it and like the kind of embossed nature of it, I didn't really want to paint on it, really just for preserving that and not getting something that's going to peel, because this is a pretty slippery surface. So I have this like set of 3 leaves that I got. I've just popped off Dollar Tree flowers in the past. I literally just have a bag of flowers and pieces of flowers that I have grabbed for various crafts or whatever, anything left over. Pretty much hangs out in that in that bag. So I'm gonna glue this down kind of in all 3 directions here, and then I have 2 of these beautiful yellow flowers with this nice light green in the middle that I think matches the outside very nicely, and I'm gonna put those on this way, and it'll be a lot easier to see when I take my hands off, I promise. All glued down, it looks a little something like this. So now I'm gonna place my things inside of it and see if I can add any dividers or anything that I think might just add a little bit of extra something to it, you know? So the front looks fine. I think the inside fits everything like exactly as I need it to fit. I really don't see any reason to add any dividers because I think it kind of divides itself up fine. But I still feel like it's missing a little something just to take it to that extra level. So what I'm gonna try to do is add legs. Okay, so I thought about it and I think I figured out exactly what I'm gonna do. So like a year and a half ago, I bought this super cute little stamp set with these like calligraphy looking stamps in it. And when I opened it and was separating them all out, there's no H in here and there's no O in here. So that was frustrating in and of itself. I've kept them because I'm a hoarder, and I guess you never know when you're gonna need to write something without an H or an O. But because I haven't, for that very reason, I have actually decided that I'm going to be using these wooden blocks that the stamps came on in order to make myself little tiny legs. So as you can see, they're just regular wooden blocks. They have the number sign or whatever it is that's underneath them on top, and they have this rubber part at the bottom. So all I did is just peel off the rubber, and I'm gonna do that for the symbols in here, just in case, because you know, I guess I'm just that person who's worried about possibly needing a half complete set of stamps. So I'm just peeling all these off. I also grabbed the Z because it really is a letter that I never use. I mean, really, literally never. So those are what I'm going with, and I'm gonna use the like guess foam bottoms that they have now. These are going to be I guess like the stoppers at the bottom, kind of like you'd put at the bottom of your furniture. And I thought about painting them. I tried out a couple of colors. You can actually see on the back here, here's like the closest color I could get to matching, and it's still like kind of off. It's not as noticeable on camera, but in person it like this is really bright and this is like almost white looking compared to it, or gray. So I didn't really want to go for that. And I decided that because the flowers on top have this kind of brown center to them, I probably should have emptied this before filming anything or moving it around. It has a brown center that kind of matches. I thought, hey, let's just leave them the way that they are. You can also stain them, or, you know, put anything else on them, or just get regular wooden blocks to do this. But I am going to set these underneath each of the 4 corners and glue it in there to effectively make a set of legs, much like this. Right, the legs are all glued up on the bottom, and when we flip it over, voila. I think it's so cute. I freaking love it. I'm gonna fill it back up and then do some final shots, and I think that'll be it for this. This is it. I am done, and I freaking love it. I didn't think that just making such teeny tiny changes to something and really just getting in there and cleaning it would make me totally fall in love with something that's so old and I've had for so long. I've been doing a lot of cleaning out things lately and trying to get rid of anything that I don't absolutely need, as you saw in my last video, or didn't. Maybe I can link that in the iCard up here. I did have a bunch of stuff that I was trying to donate and get rid of. So this is one of the things that I decided to keep because I thought I could really make it come back to life. And even though I am basically with flowers as Amber Scholl is to rhinestones, I'm putting them on it, literally everything, I still think that this turned out really great. And I don't normally go for the like yellow flowers, and I think that the feet were like, just, it's so different, and somehow it has just managed to be so different and still functional. And I don't know, I guess I just kind of want this to be a word or a lesson to anybody who has things that they're thinking of throwing out that they once loved and they just don't serve the right purpose anymore. Donate it or find some way to reuse it and remake it, because you never know how much you're going to fall in love with something again until after you redo it. So thanks so much for watching, you guys. Hopefully you liked this. If you want to see another crafty video, come back again next Sunday at noon for another one, and I will be seeing you then. Bye-bye.